Welcome back to the Call Slip.
My name's Bryce.
And my name's Haley. This past week, we read Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. Which is now a streaming movie on Netflix. I'll have to watch that now.
I like how you changed it from we to I.
Yes, definitely. So, summary of book.
Summary of book. I do that every time.
I know, me too.
The summary of the book.
The summary of the book. A summer in Italy turns into a road trip across Tuscany in this sweeping New York Times bestseller filled with romance, mystery, and adventure that the Kirkus Reviews called a sure bet for fans of romance fiction. Lena is spending the summer in Tuscany, but she isn't in the mood for Italy's famous sunshine and fairy tale landscapes. She's only there because it was her mother's dying wish that she get to know her father. But what kind of father isn't around for 16 years? All Lena wants to do is get back home. But then, Lena is given a journal that her mom kept when she lived in Italy. Suddenly, Lena's uncovering a magical world of secret romances, art, and hidden bakeries. A world that inspires Lena, along with the ever-so-charming Ren, to follow in her mother's footsteps and unearth a secret that has been kept for far too long. It's a secret that will change everything Lena knew about her mother, her father, and even herself. People come to Italy for love and gelato, someone tells her, but sometimes they discover much more.
What would you rate it as?
I actually really liked this book. I would give it a 3. I feel like I'm very neutral. It was good. I think it could have been better. But I really liked it. You?
I don't like YA. And I didn't realize that this was YA when you told me that I should read it.
I'm sneaking them in.
Yeah, I hated it. I'd probably give it like a 1, just strictly because I don't like YA.
Okay.
I feel like the story was obvious of where it was going.
First of all, spoilers are ahead. So if you want to read this book, or we haven't watched the movie, or I haven't watched the movie, but I'm not sure how similar the book is to the movie, come back if you want to read it / watch it to listen. And then let us know your thoughts as well. But sorry, continue on what you're going to say. You not liking YA and...
I don't remember.
Sorry.
I don't remember. No, I just don't like YA books. I feel like they're pretty predictable. And I found that this one was really predictable.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of called the story from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. It was a very easy story to call, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
So we're gonna do the same kind of routine that we did in the last episode. So we're going to be asking some questions and going through the book a little. Let us know if you like this or if you liked the other way better. What are your questions?
How thought-provoking did you find this book to be?
Not very.
Yeah, me neither.
But I did love how easy of a read it was. It went very quick. I think, I read it, or I listened to it, but it went very quick listening. I think it kept my attention very well. So I finished it very quickly.
Okay. How did this book make you feel? What emotions did it evoke?
What emotions? First of all, she went to Italy so main character Lena goes to Italy after her mother passes away of cancer. And then she's like, I don't want to be here. I want to move back home. If I had the opportunity to move to Italy with my estranged father, goodbye. You are never seeing me ever again. Like, I understand that your home is where like your mom's memories are, but I'm also is just like, I would want to start fresh.
You would never see me again.
Nope.
If you told me I was moving to Europe to be with my family member, no, I'm not coming back.
No.
Mm-mm.
You would come to visit. You'd have to come to visit me.
Yeah, you're coming to visit me.
Yeah, it's not the other way.
I know what it's like over there.
I don't want to be there. I want to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I thought
that was really silly, but like I get it. You know, that's where she grew up with her mother, and that's where all of her friends are.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, not taking...
She's also 16, so it's like
I know, this is why I don't like YA. Because they make dumb decisions all the time.
She didn't want to leave her hometown. She didn't want to leave the school that she's used to.
Dumb.
I understand.
Dumb.
But I would have been like, goodbye. Never see me ever again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be the best thing.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging or difficult part of this book to read or to understand? We don't have to keep that one in.
As they were talking in Italian, I don't know. I don't know Italian.
Yeah, I guess that's a good one. Yeah. I feel like they
didn't talk in Italian that much.
No,
it was
they
a few
didn't.
things, and they explained.
They didn't explain everything, though.
They didn't. They explained most things.
Most things.
Yeah.
But not everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay. Did you feel like the romance was believable or like the chemistry between the characters? What did you think about that?
So there were kind of two love interests in this book. Thomas and Ren. And Ren isn't an initial love interest.
Ren's got a girlfriend.
Ren's got another girlfriend from what? Switzerland? I think she's like a Switzerland princess or something.
No, I think she's just saying that.
I know, but like that's what people describe her as. The rest of the group. I think
it was just because she was pretty.
Yeah.
Not because she was actual royalty.
Well, she could have been. We don't know. Why is she going to school in Italy?
I don't think
they could do whatever they want. Anyway, so Ren has a girlfriend, and I lost my complete train of thought. Sorry. Back this up.
Yeah, the love interest.
The love interests. So, first of all, Lena doesn't know she's going to be staying in Italy. She really just wants to...
She's planning on just spending the summer.
Spending the summer and then going back home to live with her best friend in the States. And she meets this neighbor, and it's Ren, that lives down the road. He lives in a gingerbread house, which I think is really funny.
Yeah, well, she lives in a cemetery.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Anyway, so Ren and his friends, they all go to a school for...
It's for Americans.
Americans. But it's funny because they're not not all of them are American.
Yeah. I was confused by that.
I was confused by that. There was a Englishman, Switzerland, someone else from Europe, a few other different countries. Anyway, so she meets all of Ren's friends that are American, I say. And there's this one boy named Thomas who is English that she thinks is very cute. Well, a gorgeous British is what she said. And I was like, okay, I could go for a gorgeous British as well. So
as if it's something to eat. Like, oh yeah, I could go for a cupcake. I could go for a British.
I won't divulge my into anything from that.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, we're going to continue. This is a PG podcast.
I need to know more about that later, then.
Okay. Anyway, so Lena and Ren become friends. They kind of hit it off as good friends. They run. They do a lot of activities. He is teaching her all about Italy and what's around them and the Italy culture.
Well, and he's half American.
Yes, he's from Texas, I think they said.
No, his mom
is. So they go to Texas in the summer. Anyway, so she first meets Thomas at a party, and she was like, he's so cute. I want to talk. I want to, get to know him.
Ren's family.
Yes.
Ren is half Italian. Sorry, I was thinking of Ren, not of Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Ren is half Italian, half American. I don't know. We don't know about Thomas. It just says that
He's English.
he has an English accent.
Yeah. Or British. So I think I never really felt anything, or I never really like read enough about Lena and Thomas, but I could feel Ren and Lena kind of growing a stronger connection together, because it would say something like, oh, like, I didn't like how that made me feel that he was like talking to her.
Well, she got jealous.
Yeah.
Really early on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was interesting. I get distracted by your game. I'm sorry. I think Ren and her were more believable, or they had definitely chemistry, versus Thomas.
Oh, I didn't feel like she had chemistry with either one of them.
Oh, okay.
But again, these are like 16-year-olds.
That's true. What is chemistry?
Nothing really.
Chemistry is like, oh my god, she brushed my hand.
Yeah, and I'm now in love with this person.
Yeah, that's
you don't know what that This is what makes me so mad. They're like, he looked at me. We must be in love.
We're love at first sight over here.
No, not even. Anyway.
Well, I think she was love at first sight with Thomas. Like, that's, I think, what she felt, and then she realized that he's not the greatest man.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway, what else you got over there?
I did not feel like anybody had any chemistry, though. I didn't feel like it was believable. No. Also, I knew immediately when she met Ren, I was like, oh, they're gonna end up together. Like, first scene in the cemetery where he's like kicking the ball, I was like, yeah, there it is.
They're both active people, and then you meet like his supposed girlfriend.
No, that wasn't even it. Like, it wasn't even that they were active. It was just like, oh yeah, that's who she's gonna end up with, not because of any of that other stuff. Just because I was like,
well, you meet his girlfriend in the beginning too, and it's just like, she's like kind of snobby. She doesn't like Lena, and it's, yeah. I don't know if it's maybe because she's also American Italian as well.
No, you don't know that.
You don't know that, but like, she looks Italian.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's another part of it, is that like, it took
I actually thought her dad and Sonia were going to end up together.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason. But then, I don't know. Didn't Sonia have a kid or something? Or something was happening. But yeah, I did for some reason.
No, I don't think he ever liked Sonia. What did you think of Howard being her dad? Howard is the man who lives in Italy.
And he works at the cemetery for the United States. He's from America. Mm-hmm. He's really tall. He's blonde. And she didn't know that Howard was her dad until her mom was sick. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I want you to go, or her mom said, I want you to go to Italy and meet your father and spend time.
Yeah, and live with him.
And live with him in Italy. And first of all, I would have been like, all right, goodbye. And I get it, your mom just passed away. But she gets there, and like, she looks nothing like Howard. She looks essentially like a spitting image of her mother, just Italian, is what they said.
And Howard's like blonde.
Yeah.
Tall.
And she's got dark hair, dark features. She's got an olive tan. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, and they said her mom was fair skinned, so it's like, that's not her dad, clearly.
How long did it take you to realize that wasn't her dad? Because they said it like 3 or 4 times before they actually came out and said it.
Yeah, I think it was maybe the second time, and I was like, I think I had to reread it. And I was just like, wait a second, what?
Yeah, as soon as they came out and described Howard before they even said it, I was like, oh, that's not her dad.
Yeah. I was just like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What did you think about the whole storyline of her and Ren going through the journal and like figuring out?
I actually really liked that.
I thought that was cute.
Yes. So before her mother died, Lena's mother sent Sonia, which is essentially the assistant manager at the cemetery, a journal that she had written in, And Sonia at first didn't realize who it was supposed to go to. So once she heard that Lena was coming for the summer, she was like, oh, it's supposed to go to Lena. So she gave it to Lena when she got there. And essentially, it was just her mother's, um, her mother's diary of what she did in Italy the first few months, how she kind of went here. She went to school here. She met a man who we learn out is ex and other things. And so she's going through this diary with Ren, and they end up doing a lot of the adventures that her mother did, her and Ren, which is like, go to the fountain, we'll go to this bridge, we'll do this, we'll go to this museum, we'll go to that. And I think it's just sweet, and that kind of grows their relationship, which I think also then you realize that they are falling for each other during that entire time. And even though he's got another girlfriend, and she's like, no, I want you to be with your girlfriend, like clearly you like her, but then she's also has feelings. And yeah,
and she liked Thomas for a hot second.
Yeah, no, but I like the entire whole thing of the journal and going through all the things that her mom did.
I got really confused, I think, at one point of it felt like a lot more time had passed, and then it was like, I've only been in Italy for 3 days, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
I was like, how have you fit all of this stuff into a day?
I also sometimes got confused because as listening to it, she'd be reading what her mom wrote, and it'd be talking about other kids that go to like the college that she's in. I'm like, wait a second, these are different names than what we were just talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it didn't really say like, I sat down to read and this is what it said. Yeah. It was just like, I'm going to read the journal, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't like, it didn't really lay it out very well. Mm-hmm. But it probably does if you actually read the physical book.
It's probably in quotations or italicized. Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think about her real dad?
Oh, complete narcissist.
Oh, yeah. Jerk.
So she figures out who her real father is, and he's this scammer picture. I don't even know. A scammer Italian.
I mean, he says he does classes that teaching people how to do photography, I guess, in Italy, and he takes them in these
specifically
classes.
Does like helps out for Americans or non-Italian people, and I think it's like because he short classes that
right. He used to teach at the art school where Lena's mom was taking photography classes, but then I guess he decided to leave the school and he started his own business of teaching these people how to do photography or take pictures nicely. As soon as I found out about that, I was like, oh, this feels like a hustle. Yeah. This feels like you're hustling people to get more money or get money out of them quick and easily.
Yeah, I think the entire thing, to me, he just, first of all, he didn't even acknowledge that was like his daughter.
Well, yeah, he called her mom a liar. He said that she was crazy.
Yeah.
He said that she made it all up.
Mm-hmm. And the journal was just another ruse that...
she wrote it to try to get him fired from the school, but she admitted that she was lying in it.
But they're pretty much... She's a spitting image of him. So...
Yeah, like when she pulled up the picture of this guy that does photography, she was like... I think he was Matteo. Was that his name?
Matteo Rossi.
Yeah, she looked just like him. Like they had the same hair, all of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's a very short snippet. You learn about him. She goes to meet him, realizes he's not the greatest person, and then like that's it. I don't think... They did say, though, I don't know if this is true. I would have to look it up. In the Italian culture, if the woman, like... The courts, I guess, side with the man a lot of the times, they said something like that. Or, like, it's decided by the man, so...
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be something that I would have to look up.
Yeah, I'd have to look up. So that's why her mom didn't want him to know that she was pregnant. And she left to go back home and had a baby. Because otherwise, he would have gotten custody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she would have kind of been forced to stay there, or forced maybe even to be with him. if she didn't want to because he was clearly conniving, lying, cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come to find out, he was also like having a relationship.
With another student.
Yeah, with two students at one time while he was working at the school, and that's actually why he left the school, was that he got fired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part of the book before we go too far into other stuff?
My favorite part. Oh, first of all, eating gelato.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was cute that they like just went to eat gelato. And like I know it's called Love and Gelato, but if I lived in Italy, I would eat gelato every day.
Okay. Okay.
That was one of my favorites. I do also like where they, oh gosh, what was it? The one story about the boar that's embedded in the
oh yeah.
I don't know which historical like landmark it was in, but there was a story about like a boar that's carved into the wall. I thought that was a pretty funny story. What about you?
I think my favorite part was where she added at the end that Thomas isn't actually British. He just has a British accent, and then when he gets drunk, he actually is from Boston, and his Boston accent comes out. I think that was probably my favorite part of the whole book. I was like,
he's lying.
That's funny.
That's funny. So he is American.
Yeah, so he's not actually a British man. He's
Yeah.
just, or boy, I guess. They're 16, 17.
Yeah.
He's actually from Boston. He just pretends. And apparently everyone in his class knows this.
I mean, hey, if you could do a great British accent, go with it, you know?
No. That's weird.
That's true, because some people will be like, where are you from England? And you'll be like,
I mean, I'm sure he's got this whole backstory, but still, it's weird. It's weird what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. That was probably the best part of the whole book. Just that little, like, comment at the end. What do you think happens to the main couple after the novel ends?
They go to the movie screen, and it restarts the entire thing. They live happily ever after, and they probably summer in America and live in Italy, and then they have 2.5 children with a dog. Oh wait, no, that's the American dream. Italy dream is to have no children and eat gelato every day.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. I don't know what.
No dog though.
Maybe a dog. Okay. Two dogs actually.
All right.
Yeah.
That escalated.
Italy? Anybody Italy? Tell us what your Italy dream is.
Oh.
Versus the American dream. Did you know that? The American dream was to have like 2.5 children with a dog.
I think that was a joke.
Was it?
Yeah. Who has 2.5?
Well, I think like the average amount for like a household is 2.5. You have a half a child.
I think that was a joke.
You have a half child. I have a half sister.
I don't. I think that was a joke. I think that's what that was meant to be.
Anyway.
Yeah. Did you like the level of heat in the novel?
Oh, there was no heat in this. There was like, they like brushed hands. They kissed a few times. Actually, the first time that Ren and Lena kissed, it was after she like met her dad. So she was really like,
she was upset.
She was really upset. And she accidentally kissed him, and then she got really mad. I was like, ooh, this is rough, buddy.
Oh, how do you feel about her going to the party with Thomas just to try to get
total horrible move.
Yeah, that was a really
move. She should have told Thomas up front, like, hey, I just want to go as friends.
Yeah, she should have.
But then also, he was kind of he was being pushy at the end. Yeah, and I was like, sir, calm down.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
He was very much trying to push his luck, and I'm like, she's clearly not reciprocating if she's like moving away from you.
Yeah.
You can't yeah. What kind of reader would most enjoy this book? Children.
Young adults in high school.
Children.
Right into college.
Honestly, probably middle school. If I had to be honest with like where
I was
reading, this was like elementary, like maybe early middle school for me. I was reading.
You were ahead of your time.
Not necessarily. I just hated YA books because no one can make up their mind or they make really dumb decisions and I can't stand it.
I would say, like, freshmen in high school
Mm.
would probably really love this. To be like, oh my god, I want to move to Italy, but I don't want my mom to die. I don't know. Maybe they do. Who knows?
What?
Some parents do. Some parents and kids do not get along.
Okay. How did the book make you feel?
Wholesome.
Did we already talk about that? I think we did.
I don't know.
Wholesome. If at all, did this book relate to your own life? It didn't.
It didn't. Actually, it just reminded me of how much I actually want to move to a different country.
To have an estranged father for 16 years.
To have an estranged father for 16
years. To have an unknown father for 16 years.
Yeah, I'd rather just have an unknown father versus estranged. For 16 years. And then to move to a different country. Preferably in Europe as well. Italy I'd be fine with. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I'm so tired. I keep yawning. Oh.
I mean, so obviously the plot twist was that Howard was not the father.
Yes.
And
honestly, he was okay with it, which I was like, good for you, buddy.
Well, and then you kind of got to hear, so I don't know, one thing I didn't really, I kind of get, but at the same time I don't, because it would have just made everything so much less complicated.
Yeah.
Was if she had actually just talked to Howard before reading the journal. Because the whole beginning, she's like, oh yeah, X is Howard, not this Mateo person. Because obviously she didn't know. And she's like, oh, well, Howard's my dad. Howard's my dad. And then she gets far enough into the journal when she realizes that Howard is not.
But Howard also strangely realizes that he's not her father.
Well, yeah, he knows. I think he knew from the beginning. I think he knew
from the beginning. And then he was like, well, a father is a person who's there for you. And I was like, oh, that was actually really cute.
I mean, yeah. But I guess where I was going was that I felt like it was, again, pretty obvious, too, that while she's reading the journal, it refers to X, and then, like, the next sentence, it would say Howard's name. And she's like, well, they're not mentioning Howard because he's X. And I'm like, you literally just read Howard's name.
Yeah. Or, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You just skipped right over that part, didn't you, friend?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that where I'm like, you're not picking up anything.
I did really like Lena's friend from home who she was living with before she moved to Italy, and she was just like, my mom said you could come and live with me again, and I was like, that's really cute. I'm glad that she had that support system at home after her mother just died. Like, I know my best friend's parents would be like, yeah, you can live with me.
I mean, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you were attached to any of the characters?
I don't think so.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. I wanted, like, something to happen to Sonia. like I wanted her to, like, find a boyfriend or something.
The way you said it, I was like, something to happen? To kill her off? Man,
no.
It just got dark.
No, I wanted, like, her to find a boyfriend or, I don't know, something. Something good for her.
I mean, she seemed happy.
Yeah, she does. It's not like she's, yeah. Do you, this is a good question. Do you think that there is something called the dress, in your opinion? So there's essentially it's her mother trying to find the dress to make this boy fall in love with her. And essentially Lena also does it as well, where she has to find the dress. It's like the perfect dress to wear. It's like the showstopper dress. Do you believe in that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I guess with, like, I don't know. It seems strange because, like, she's looking for the dress to go to this party that's supposed to be fancy for this girl's 18th birthday party. And I guess with, like, the cultural thing in America with prom and having, like, formal dresses.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not, I feel like that's just the same thing as going to prom.
Okay.
That's kind of the vibe that it gave me.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay.
But in the sense of, like, the TV show like Say Yes to the Dress, like sure, there is the dress that
Yeah.
you would want to, that you feel like emotionally attached to when you
Oh, such a good show.
find the dress.
I loved that show.
I loved watching it for all the bad dresses.
Oh my gosh, I know, me too.
I do think that you probably
And like
have...
all the snobby parents, they were like,
oh my gosh,
you
yeah.
look so bad about it. I was like, well, you like really?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everybody's got an opinion.
I know, yeah.
But as far as it goes for like a party to like woo a guy, no, I don't believe in that.
I think it was cute that they had like a bonding moment, her, Howard, and Sonia, of like, oh, you need to help me find the dress, you know.
Yeah. Do you believe in the dress?
I definitely think like marriage, wedding dress. I think just depending on the type of event. I think for like maybe an engagement party, you could have a dress. I think you could have a dress for different occasions, like, or like the dress for different occasions. Again, like prom.
Yeah, that's the idea it gave me, was just that she was looking for a formal dress that would have been similar to prom to go to this party.
Yeah. I think I definitely believe in dress. I don't know what, like, but just for a different occasion. Right. Okay.
And what was the last big twist, I guess? Oh, that technically, you know, Howard knew about Lena's mom, Hadley, and her friend dating the same guy, Mateo, and he was the one who actually called the school.
Yes.
And said that he was dating students. Do you agree with his decision? Because ultimately that caused her to be upset and to eventually leave Italy. But I don't think that it was necessarily because he called the school and got him fired.
I think it was a good idea that Howard did that, because otherwise, like, who knows what would have happened if he would have... I don't know. I think it could have been a very sticky situation between everybody. And I don't, like, other than Howard, I don't know who else... the two girls didn't know that they were dating the same guy who was a teacher's assistant.
No, he was a
full
professor.
teacher.
Yeah,
okay.
Howard was the teacher's assistant.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, I don't know. I think it was good what Howard did, just because in the long run he lost her, but I think it was good for her mentally. If in the short clip that we read about him, he wasn't the greatest guy, who can only imagine how he actually treated them.
Right, and I would like to point out that they were all adults at that point.
Yes, they were in college.
Yeah, they were all adults, so it wasn't like this was a high school teacher dating a student. Because I feel like at that point there is no question of morality there. It's wrong. And like as with all of them being adults, I think it kind of changes it a little bit, but it's still not okay, because
normally most schools, at least in America, professor can't date a student.
Right, no, you're not allowed. But I do think that the way that he was going about this was, he probably should have been ratted out.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dating more than one student. And this is probably not the first time he's done this.
No.
So, because he was really, even from the journal entries from the beginning of her being like, oh, you know, I got to tell this great news to X about me getting to stay for another semester, and he was unhappy about it. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
There's bad. Yeah, he's cheating on you, or he's got...
Or
honestly,
he doesn't care. I thought he had a family.
I did too. I thought he was like married with a family.
Yeah.
That's
especially
what I thought.
when he was like, oh, he went to like Rome to do something, and then he like, it got extended and something, and I was like, oh, something's happening.
I know. I was like, he's vacationing with his family.
Yeah.
Come to find out, there is no family.
There is no family.
He's just a dirtbag.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah. Who ended up being your favorite? Did we talk about that? Your favorite character?
I don't know if I had a favorite. Did you? I don't think. Everybody was like. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I had a favorite.
No, I don't think I did either. And obviously your least favorite is meant to be Mateo.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to choose a second least favorite...
Oh, Thomas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He also like tried to force himself onto Lena.
Yeah, that's
You.
true. I guess Thomas, but also I didn't like Mimi.
Mm.
Um,
Ren's
yeah, Ren's girlfriend
first
in the
girlfriend.
beginning.
Yeah, the girlfriend. She was mean.
She was mean.
She wasn't a girl's girl.
And here's the thing too: is like he had been pining after her for a really long time, and then finally she decides to give him a shot, and then she's kind of rude to him
Yeah.
the whole time.
She's rude just in general.
Yeah, but obviously Thomas for doing what he did.
But I would agree with Mimi too. Like if Mateo wasn't there, those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And then she tried to get in a like weird cat fight with Lena.
At the end, yeah.
No, I think it was in the beginning where she was like, oh, where she said something about him being like her boyfriend or whatever, and then Lena was like, oh yeah, then why was he ignoring your calls? And I was like, oh, cat fight.
Oh, that was when they were when I think they went to
The club?
Oh yeah, and then they went to the club, and he was like, "Well, he was with me all day." And he was like, "No, he was supposed to be with her sister."
He's like, that's weird. Why was he ignoring your calls? And I was like, oh, cat fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not my typical read. I don't like these books. I mean, but again, they're kind of like, I think what I call it, like cotton candy books. Like there's not a whole lot of substance to them. They're just quick reads.
Yeah. They're fun to talk about.
Sure. I personally think there are other books that are much more fun to talk about, but whatever.
There will be other books that we will be talking about that are a lot more fun than these.
Not for you. You think this is like the best thing ever.
No. I'm excited for our next few reads, so.
If you ever finish them.
Well, the one is going to be a potentially second book of a series.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe dinosaurs.
You've been saying maybe dinosaurs for weeks now.
No.
And you haven't even made progress. You read the preface and then you stopped.
I'm on chapter 1.
That's not... For how long have you been on chapter 1?
When's the last time I wrote in my notes app? Let's see.
Say it.
March 16th.
Yeah, And today is April 4th.
April 4th.
You're almost a month.
Girl, it's 3 weeks.
You're like less than...
Anyway, if you liked us bantering back and forth, give us a follow, send us an email, send us a shout out, whatever you want to do. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, at the call slip. Let us know if you guys want us to read a book, your favorite book, an author we maybe haven't heard of, anything.
Anything but YA, please.
Or give us all your YA, please.
No, please don't.
Give us some fun indie books that maybe no one's haven't heard of yet. But no? We'll see. We'll find we'll find some books that we'll both like, hopefully. All right.
I'm telling you, you're going to like the dinosaur one. You just got to read it.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will. It's just going to take me some time. Because I want to read the next one of the other series. And that other series. Anyway, I'm going to go watch this movie because I want to see how...
Oh, the Netflix thing?
Yeah, the Netflix show.
I don't.
Love and Gelato. First of all, gelato, delicious.
The only gelato that I think I've ever had... That's the one with the top that doesn't want to open, right?
Caliente.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that is gelato.
Is it?
I don't think it's... I don't know where that brand is from.
I don't know. But that's the only kind of gelato I've ever had. And let me tell you...
That's true. I don't think I've had actually real Italian
the
gelato.
anger issues that container gives me is out of this world.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Do you have a favorite flavor?
No, I think I've only had one.
Which one?
Those
Those containers are good for other
strawberry.
stuff. Oh, okay. Those containers are good for other stuff though too, because
I
they're
think
nice.
I did keep it.
Mhm.
Yeah, once you get it open, it's fine, but you can't open it the first time.
I think they're a U.S. based store, so I don't know how great they are at gelato. But I do want to go to Italy and just eat gelato.
I mean, who doesn't want to go to Italy and eat gelato?
Also, pizza. Oh, Italy. Pasta.
Yeah, pasta. That would, honestly, pasta, bread, gelato, I'd be good with that,
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Yep. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right. We will see you guys soon. Or see you guys soon. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.